video is not going to be on the various disarm systems used. Today's video is going to be TAC Knife's version of a training gun called the G19 Training. Well, here what we have is the Glock 19 training gun, but this is actually the training gun that military and police use. This is made out of hard plastic. So what ends up happening is when they're training, the partner is trained to have their finger on the guard, just like this. I mean, outside the guard. So when disarms occur, they're easy to do. Well, what we want to do is get as realistic as possible and make sure that our finger is inside that trigger guard. So if I do it with this firearm, I'm going to end up breaking that finger. Well, this is ultimately what I want to end up doing through real training. Well, from here, what I want to end up doing now is making sure that I use some sort of training gun that enables my partner to put his finger in the trigger guard. Okay, so we're going to now introduce the G19 Training Gun by TAC Knife. This is the G19 Training Gun by TAC Knife. If you notice, it mimics the G19, the Glock 19, however there's no trigger guard. So when other systems or police departments or military are actually doing disarms with firearms, they can actually get the real feel, especially without hurting their partner. So what we have here is using the firearm. As you notice from here, he has his finger in the trigger guard. So I can actually mimic whatever disarm I want to use. So if I'm going to use a disarm, if you notice, I can strip this from here without his finger breaking. So regardless of what type of disarm that you use, I'm not hurting my partner, and I can actually go very, very intense at the same time when I make my pull, if I have to, or whatever disarm that you're going to be doing, you don't break your partner's finger. Okay, so it works in various ways. I can go from here, still, the finger's in the trigger guard, I still can strip. Once I make this strip from here, I don't hurt my partner. If I'm doing a firearm disarm low, nothing changes. His trigger finger still, it trains him to put that trigger finger, and now we can actually get that fighting motion where I can make sure I can force that out without his finger breaking. So, today's lesson is getting the G19 training gun from TAC Knife. Without the trigger guard, you and your partner can definitely do more disarms with the firearm and more realistic.